everybody, my name's Christopher Bailey, and first thing I want to talk about is love. Let's break it down. Love. L-O-V-E. Now what do you suppose love means? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Did you know that if you took a chicken and a squirrel and you put them in a cage together, they could not mate? That's what I'm talking about, people. Come on. What is it about a chicken egg and a turkey egg and a squirrel egg? Well, there's no such thing as a squirrel egg. That's what that means. However, when you first try to find common ground with somebody, what would that common ground be? Would it be a steak with A1 sauce all over it? No. It would definitely not be that. What we're looking for is the color of green. Green is the color of grass, and if you are playing baseball outside and you happen to fall, there's a good chance you're going to get a grass stain, and if that happens, you're going to need some good laundry detergent. And I recommend a good one with a good astringent that won't fade your jeans, but will, take the green grass color out. But that has nothing to do with why I'm here. What I'm here to talk about is nothing to do with grass, chickens, or squirrels, or eggs, or love for that matter, because I don't know what love is. Okay, let's say that you're driving down the road looking for a place to use the bathroom. Well, where's the first place you're going to try to look besides the side of the road? You're going to try to find a rest stop. A rest stop, people. Now, I could easily pull the car over, get out, unzip, unmask the sword, and spray the lawn. But it's wrong. It's wrong. It's called indecent exposure. And indecent exposure is one of them things where if you show your tallywhacker, you'll go to jail. I don't advise that. Also, what I don't advise is cheap sunglasses on a hot, sunny day. What are you doing? Ruining your eyes? Because you need your eyes to see. You need them. You've got to have them. It's a must. If you don't have your eyes, then there's a good chance that when you're trying to eat your food will fall on the floor and you'll have to bend over and search for it. And if you're doing that, you're getting germs and bad stuff all over your hands. And then you'll have to buy a good antibacterial soap to remove your germs. Come on, people. Surely we know that indecent exposure is wrong. Back in the Bible, when Adam and Eve, before they took hold of the forbidden fruit, it was okay to have that indecent exposure because it was just exposure. It was not indecent. But when they took a bite of the apple of heaven, they realized it was wrong. And that's what happens. You just can't, look, just don't show your prowess, your skill, your cave. Don't show the Grim Reaper, because it's certain death, and you don't want that. But what you do want is, like I said, is to try to find a place to pull over that's got a restroom, even if it's a store. I mean, sometimes you can go and stop, and, if there's nobody around to use it, but the birds are watching, and everybody knows that when a bird sees something, what do? they tell on you. And tattletelling is bad, but that's a whole other level I'm not going to get into today. So don't have to worry about that. But what you do need to worry about is keeping it covered. If you're going to do that, I recommend buying a flap to put on you, front and back. So when you are traveling and you do have to make that sudden stop to use the bathroom, you can kind of lift it up, both ends, use the bathroom, avoiding exposure, because that's a big deal. And you really don't want that, because if you do expose yourself, you're not only going to ruin yourself, you're also going to ruin, let me hear it, people, your reputation. Because you need your reputation. I don't know how many times I've said that. Reputation, reputation, reputation. I can say it all day. You've got to have a good reputation to make it in this world. I mean, some people have bad reputations, but you don't want that, because if you have that, then you have nothing. Okay? And you need something. Let's break that word down. Something. Some, having, some, what? Thing. Right? You've got to have that. Because if you don't have something, you have nothing. And that can be pretty strange to some, but you do need it in certain circumstances. Otherwise, what happens? They end up flushing the toilet and you won't ever find your car keys. Okay? Now, the most important part is a good story. Wouldn't you agree? That the best part of anything is, in fact, a good story. You need a good story to have a good time. And what we're talking about is communion. You gotta have communion with your people. You gotta talk to people. You gotta get to know them. You gotta make, what's the word? Friends. If you don't have friends, then you can't progress into a sophisticated, automated life, which would then thus give forth fruit to move forward in the world and show what I said I didn't know nothing about, and the word is, in fact, love. You can't get through this life without peace and love. You can, but fighting does not do good. You must not do bad. You must do good. Goodness is another thing that one person once told me when I was just a little girl. When I was a little boy. You had to grow up with love and peace and harmony, but you had to grow up learning what? Wrong from right, bad, good. And you were taught to be good, not bad. And if you were taught to be bad, it's not my fault. It's your fault, because you should know by now that bad and good don't mix. It does, and that creates problems for you. So be good. If you're good to yourself, you'll be good to other people. Being good to other people is meaning you're good to yourself. Now, I don't know how many times I've said this. Reputation, reputation, reputation. You've got to have reputation to get through this life. Reputation is, it builds your characteristics, it builds your life, it defines if you're good and bad. Really, if you have a bad reputation, a good reputation. You've got to be good to get through this life. To be good is the opposite of being bad. How many times am I going to tell you people this? find is tartar sauce. Because tartar sauce goes on what usually? Fish. And if you smell something fishy, you don't want to touch it. Okay? You don't want to go into a cave and smell fish. Because if you smell fish, it's not your dish. Let's say it together. Fish is not your dish. Well, fish is not your dish. Well, fish is not your dish. It sure ain't my dish. Now, I love eating seafood, but we're not talking about seafood here, honey. We're talking about mental fish. Mental fish. To build your mentality. Sometimes you cover up fish with tartar sauce. And tartar sauce sometimes covers that. And generally, you're actually just enjoying the tartar sauce mixed in with fish to cover and mask the what? Taste, flavor. And you've got to have a good flavor in life. Because if you don't have a good flavor, ooh, I've said this so many times, reputation equals what? It's when you do something over and over. But repetition, when you're doing something over and over, it's got to be either good or bad. So you're building up your reputation with repetition. It shows the things you do. You can do good, 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 bad, 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 good, 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 bad, good, bad, good, bad. But it's easier that way for us people to do that. But what we need to do is be good, 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 good. Not bad, 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 but good, good, good. I don't want to be who's bad, but who's good. That's what you want. You don't want to be bad. You want to be good. And good reputation over the years, it creates good reputation. That's what I'm talking about. And I hope you've learned something from this seminar about reputation, because you're going to need it. That means don't be, I'm going to grab a gun and go up to the old KC liquor store and go rob the place for all the liquor and the money it's worth. And then, do what? Walk out, go to jail, have a bad reputation. Instead of going up to a person saying, here, this is yours, you can have it for free. I love you. And show peace towards your brothers, your sisters. That's what you need to do. You need to be loving. A loving reputation, a good reputation, a reputation to, what do they always say? A reputation to withhold. You've got to have it. If you don't, there's no peace you will find anywhere. So try your best. That's what you hear a lot. Try your best. Don't try. Do it. Be good. Be good. G-O-O-D. Good. What's that commercial? So the commercial goes, so G-O-O-D. Good. Be good. Well, I hope everybody's enjoyed my little seminar about reputation, and I hope you can take something from it. I'm Christopher Lee Bailey, and remember, peace and God's love, may it be with you. I love you. You've been great. Thanks for listening.